Burkinabe Diébédo Francis Kéré, who is an architect, has become the first African to win the prestigious Pritzker Prize on Tuesday. He was recognized for his pioneering sustainable designs which would benefit inlands of extreme scarcity. He joins us live now to talk more about his designs and aesthetics. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I guess a big congratulations are in order. What does this prize mean for you?
First of all, thank you for giving me the chance and the opportunity to share what is now in my head, in my heart, with all of my African sisters and brothers, and Africa, but around the world. So thank you for that. No, hey, simply speaking, I'm still speechless. It means a lot to me. It's about, for me, seeing that you can be somewhere in the world and working hard, and suddenly there is a big light on what you're being working on. So I feel overwhelmed. I'm still under, really under, under emotional. The French would say emprise. I'm completely emotional. Yeah, really. And so. And I'm proud, very proud about what had happened,
We are very proud of you. From the village of Gando to now a world-renowned architect, award-winning at that, using very basic, very simple, age-old African material. Tell us about the use of clay in the work that you do, especially in the village of Gando with the building of schools, libraries, and hospitals.
Yeah. First of all, I have to say I'm not a specialist of clay. To everyone listening to us, I'm a material in terms of resources, opportunities. If I come to a place, I will try to look what is most available and how we can use it to inspire, and to create, let me say, luxury to our people. Why only those that can afford deserve beauty and luxury? And so that is it. So, but for the case of Gando, my native village, I came and I wanted to create a school because at my time there was no school in my village, and but I tried to tell to my people, if we want to succeed, really succeed, we have to build on with the most available material we have, and that is clay, and so on. I start to convince, making some studies, but I improve the quality of clay, adding a little bit of cement, and to just make it stable. And that's what I did. And the color of that material, the enthusiasm of our people, to help me do this project all together is so amazing. It's so amazing that suddenly in the village, clay is no more poor people construction material. It has become a luxurious material.
And that's just it. Why was it so important that you work with the people of the village, or you work with people from whichever villages, that you visit and you then embark work on?
No, it's very simple. We're working on, I started my career as a student, and I wanted to create this building for my people, and there is no other opportunities than sometimes the community itself, how the community stand together to support, do some work that are big for one human to do, for one community member. This is in case of construction. But then getting everyone involved, you are passing on knowledge, but at the same time you are gaining, you are learning from the people. For me, it was key to think about the transferability, about education. And that is good, while I'm talking to you, I have like 8 construction sites in Burkina and in the neighboring countries where my people are involved trying to transform, the way of we're doing things in the continent. And some are even involved in bigger projects such as a parliament house in Benin, for example.
Mm. I don't know how you feel about this, because different people take this differently, especially when you have such amazing body of work that you do, that you are then following in the footsteps of those who came before you, because this continent had great architects, you know, and you are continuing, I guess, with that trend. Why is it so important for you to come back to this continent and give back? You could be anywhere else in the world but here, but you choose to come back here. Why?
No, but simple, you know, simple. I realized that I had a duty to my community, you know. I grew up, and often when I come back on holidays time, when I was a little child, you know, you will see women taking their last penny to give to me, you know. This is like, I am strongly rooted. I'm strongly, you know, have a duty for my people. That's why I just wanted to give something back. I wanted the kids to stay in the village with their community and be able to attend education. That is one thing. The other thing is, really honestly, you know, the continent is in need, and the continent is full of talents. And what I wanted to do is to go and use this enthusiasm also, you know, to create something, you know, to benefit from the enthusiasm of the people, the creativity of the people, you know, and, you know, it paid me a career. Here we are. Africa is great. You have a potential. You are needed, you know, to be feel needed, you know. So that is what brought me back, to go and do it.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. So we've spoken about your work in Gando, in your home village in Burkina Faso. You've been doing work in Benin, as you've been saying, Mali, Togo, Kenya, Mozambique, Sudan. Take us to Mali, that is very well arguably an architectural, or an architect's dream, if you will, a historian's dream. What did you learn from Mali?
Oh, a lot, you know. What I have learned, I just arrived and then tried to go from Burkina Faso to Mali, going through the Dogon land and to see this monumentality of the landscape, its beauty. And then you will see, passing by Tugunas, that are so traditional icons, you know, traditional buildings that are, you know, standing in the landscape like, wow, and they're iconic. And so learning from all of these, and I came and having also a good visionary client, who is the Aga Khan Network for Development, who allowed me to create a huge park and then to contribute with buildings. And I was able to really benefit from all of these and try to see what is most available. It was stones that people just sometimes use for little decoration. And then I was able to really work with the client to create a huge workshop. That is important to say, where even women had a job by cutting stone, putting stone together, you know, and it was so amazing. And the client must be proud, because afterward the client asked me to go to Mopti and create a sort of museum to celebrate earth architecture in Mali that exists. You know, I learned a lot. And every single project that I'm doing, I'm learning a lot. Nowadays, even for people that can really afford, like in Switzerland, what I'm trying to do is to go with the client, see what we can learn from each other, and what is locally available that I can learn from to really improve my design and create something that inspires both of us, the client and myself.
Always open to learning. No doubt, with every single brick that you lay, you are laying a foundation in a young person's life on this continent that will stay with them forever and continue with some of the work that you do. For everything that you have done, we say thank you and a big congratulations to you, Diébédo Francis Kéré, a Burkinabe-born architect, and he has won the 2020 Pritzker Prize for his incredible work.